creatures. When you read the book, the short story, apart from the famous craws, a lot of what the Boogeyman looks like is left to the reader's imagination. So where do you begin on designing that creature design? What's the first thing you do?
Well, I gave a brief. We worked with a lot of designers. We came up with a lot of things. We hit a lot of dead ends. The first thing was this brief. I wanted, like, when I first came on board to this movie, I was like, the best version of this movie is one where we're basically reclaiming this name, the Boogeyman. It's a bit silly. It's a silly title. There's been 600, bad Boogeyman movies. This wants to be. We want to take this seriously, and we want to kind of speak to this creature as something that's kind of ancient and evil and primordial. And, the Boogeyman is just the word that we give it as a kid. But this thing has been around forever. So I kind of I painted this picture for the design team of, like, you've got to imagine this creature stalking at the edge of a cave while a bunch of cavemen huddle around the fire, like, hoping the flame doesn't dwindle, the thing doesn't get them. It's got to feel just as at home in that kind of setting. It's something that's been around forever. As long as there's been darkness, this thing existed. So
okay. If we're doing a little more reveal than I was going to, I think that's fucking fantastic.
Okay, well, I'll leave it there then.
No, I love it. I do. I think the idea, because so many movies, and I think it's what marks this out as a very different kind of film to perhaps these films where there is a monster in the closet, it's always supernatural. And here we are dealing with a physical creature, an apex predator from beyond time, and you're like, oh, that's good.
Yeah, and it's like, and it also had to be something that was simple and striking, and had to feel like that it was like that on one end of the brief. Imagine this as a primordial beast, but also whatever the design is, I want you also to draw it in crayon like a kid would draw it. So it's got to work as both. It's got to be simple enough that it can exist in crayon form, and you still go, oh yeah, that's the Boogeyman. Because everyone's got their own idea of the Boogeyman, and it needed to be simple enough that people could still project their own fears onto it.
Horror is a